I should have the little cage off of it first.
I saw Wallace Shawn die. Wallace Shawn is dead.
It's 2 minutes for roping. I like that. You're a jabroni. Go ahead.
Well, and he's gone now because he has to clean up the mess from the Prosecco that he just dumped everywhere. Oh, he's back, everyone.
I have changed my pants.
He has changed his pants.
Nice.
He got them a little wet.
Yeah, the look on your face was priceless there, Bethany. That was an all-timer.
I was like, oh man, I hope he got that right before we went to the Colts or went to the theme song, but it appears that you did. So.
Oh, and I'll be having a Coke.
Oh, I respect that. I'll be having I'll be pineapple, the last little bit of pineapple juice that I have. Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's Wednesday night. It's what the show.
We're mostly all here. We're doing things in phases tonight. AJ is taking the 9:15 to 9:45 Central Time, that is, time slot, except he arrived early for his shift. I'm taking the first little bit. Juice will be taking the second bit, and Mike's just running the table.
No, I'm doing the beginning and the end.
Oh, the beginning and the end. So he will be popping out from the middle and going back for the end. Very silly. But yeah, we're here. We are getting a little bit of fall air finally. Hopefully staying away from any of Milton's shenanigans.
It's like going to be in the 50s tonight. It's actually quite lovely.
We're going to have some nice weather the next couple of days, except for like the slightly tropical storm winds we're getting tomorrow. But other than that, it's fall, y'all. That is fall in the southeast. Thoughts and prayers or whatnot, whatever you believe in, to the people in the great state of Florida going through it tonight, though. And anyone who's still going through it from the last hurricane, all the entire southeast.
Yeah, we have a pretty big stream coming soon. Maybe we'll bring the Streamlabs back for that and put it towards some disaster relief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So we can all kind of pitch and do something nice.
Still not 100% confirmed on the date. So
I've put in my request for the weekend that I would like it to happen. We'll see if that happens. But yeah, Mike is happy tonight. The Mets are winning. Yes. Oh my goodness. That's so scary. Yes, definitely some thoughts and prayers headed their way. William, do you also root for the Tigers? We've never discussed this before.
It's been in the chat.
For all Detroit fans, Detroit teams?
It has come up in the chat, yes.
Is it weird that, again, I have actual no affiliation with the great city of Detroit, and yet since becoming a Lions fan, well, I get a lot of random Michigan things, Michigander things on my Instagram. So I feel like should I be an honorary one now? But I have like a little soft spot now for Detroit teams. I mean, all my boys, all my Lions have been there, room for the Tigers. Yes, I see you in the tiger emojis. That's beautiful. So I'm just happy for the city of Detroit. I've adopted them as my honorary city. So I'm happy for the Tigers. Obviously, I'm rooting for the Mets because Pete Alonso and Harrison Bader is actually also a former Gator. But I don't know. I've prattled on long enough. But anyways, I'm rooting for the Mets and then probably the Tigers.
So, I mean, that could be the World Series.
Yeah. But you know what? I love that. Everyone just have a good, clean game. Have fun.
Yeah, so it's been a while. Anyone who knows me knows that I've been a Mets fan since birth. And it's like of all the teams that I follow, they are the one that I like outright latched onto. I've been a Mets fan longer than a Jets fan or an Islanders fan. I've always, since I was very, very young, I've been a Mets fan. So for this to be happening is very cool. I did see the Mets win a World Series. It's the only championship I've ever seen in my life, but I was 4 years old. So it just doesn't quite hit the same way.
Yeah, I'm taking.
I was
this
doing
as,
the
like,
math. I was like, was Mike alive for the last time the Mets won the World Series? Like 86? Yeah, okay.
barely, but yes, he
So
was.
I wasn't.
Yo, I'm about to lap the drinking age.
Wow, you're old.
Well, that means you just need to start drinking twice as hard.
I don't know
No.
if that's exactly what that means. Boy dinner.
Boy, dinner.
Boy, dinner.
Oh, when you were 0. I think this is a good sign for good things to come for Detroit teams. If the Tigers are doing this well, I think that's a great sign for what's going to come for the Lions this year. I've already told everyone I work with, do not expect me at work on Monday morning if they make it to the Super Bowl, and they have accepted that.
So, but on the opposite end of the Mets, we have my other team, the Jets, who were the first team to fire a head coach.
Woo, 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 woo.
So I actually do want to hear both of your thoughts on this, but you know, a lot of people, I got bombarded with messages when it happened, and you know, my thoughts of this is like, I think I like Robert Saleh as like an actual person. I think if you know, I root for him as a human being, but he doesn't have I don't think he's cutthroat enough to be a head coach in the NFL. He's too even keel and doesn't go for the jugular. I don't think he punishes players. You know, it's a situation where he's too nice for that job. I hope he does well with whatever he winds up in. He's going down as the least winning coach in Jets history.
Thanks. I have a theory.
Well, who is the only quarterback for the Jets with a winning record during his tenure?
Zach Wilson? Is that the answer?
Trevor Simeon?
No.
Is it
Yes.
Zach Wilson?
2-1 Trevor Simeon.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Trevor-
I was going to say, because Trevor Simeon came in at the end of the year. Yeah.
I overall
Yep.
have a theory that nice people don't make good coaches, which is unfortunate because you want to be able to root for good people. But then Dan Campbell proved that wrong because I think he's an overall great dude.
But the
And
thing-
I think he makes a good coach.
Dan Campbell's not afraid to throw an uppercut where I think Saleh would be like, no, I'm not going to do that.
I don't know. I think you have to be a little ballsy. You have to be a little cray cray.
And then
I also have a working theory that I think all tight ends are a little cray cray. I think you have a little bit of a loose screw.
Punt returners are the number one, I think, in terms of crazy. Yeah.
Who in the game of football, who do you think is the craziest person on the field?
The punt returner.
Power turner is probably a little cray cray. I would say them. Tight ends for sure. I think they all have a screw loose. And I say that with love to the tight end position, but I think they all have a screw loose.
are you guys still watching the Aaron Hernandez thing?
Yes.
We sure are.
Okay, I'm just seeing clips of it right now of terrible acting in this show, and I feel like I need to watch it.
Oh, I'd
Like-
100% recommend it.
So we were discussing this, that a lot of the big names, they
I like the guy that got for Gronk.
the guy they got
Yeah,
the
the Gronk clips are great.
The
He's
Gronk
great.
guys got the attitude right. A lot of these other actors, though, they put them into makeup to sort of look like the character they're playing, and then they portray them in a way that does not seem realistic whatsoever.
Yeah, there's a lot of liberties, obviously, I think, being taken with this. I'm like kind of amazed how they get away with some of this because I'm like, these are real. Obviously, I know things like this happen all the time where you're portraying real people, but usually it's like very much with the consent of these people.
Yeah, I don't think there was any.
I mean, obviously, like something like the O.J. Simpson show, same thing. I don't think O.J. was like consenting to that.
Pam and
right,
Tommy,
you
they
know.
did.
Yeah, they definitely.
Pam
weren't.
hated it. Tommy kind of accepted
But
it,
it's just so
yeah.
weird to have like this person, you know, like playing Tom Brady, and you're like, they're like Tom. I don't know Tom Brady, but like he's like so like usually it's like something that's like you're far enough removed from it that you're like, which I understand at this point this did happen, you know, obviously many years ago, but it still seems like so many of the people, like the Bill Belichick's and the Tom Brady's and the Urban Meyers, are still people that are so relevant in today's culture, at least in my football culture, that it's just very weird to see them be portrayed by actors. Also, the Tim Tebow, I'm sorry, Schwarzenegger's son, it was terrible, just absolutely terrible.
And I think this year, like having seen Belichick doing media that was not involving the Patriots and seeing his actual personality, I'm like, this portrayal of Belichick is like probably not even close to reality. The way that they're portraying him, you're not seeing Patriots Belichick, you're not seeing current Belichick. I don't think that the way they're playing him on this show is at all accurate.
It's just it's interesting. You're definitely not watching it for, accuracy.
Just in general,
Also,
how does Ryan Murphy keep on getting away with this?
Seriously, and also I think very strange how much they are kind of leaning into he was a closeted gay person, and it kind of insinuates that because you're a closeted gay person, you're going to turn to murder. Like, it's very weird. I don't like the correlation between the two things. I understand that allegedly, and I do believe he probably was a gay man, or he wasn't a straight man. Let's just put it that way. I obviously, he never officially ever came out as anything, so I can't say that. But it's just very weird from episode 1 how much they lean into it as part of the storyline. When I'm like, it's just a very strange thing to be harping on, because you are kind of insinuating something.
It's speculative,
which is weird.
And then doing the same thing with the Menendez brothers.
Yeah, and they are getting some heat for that. So yeah, I don't know. I really don't know how Brian Murphy's production company does these. It's all very strange.
I did see the most unhinged tweet I think I've seen from a media outlet today, and that was 11 documentaries to watch about the Menendez brothers if you're curious after the series, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Who is the guy who watches that series and says, I need to watch 11 documentaries?
Well, yeah.
11. There are 11 documentaries. I am the person who will watch the drama show and watch like a docuseries or a documentary or two, but I have never watched something and then been like, I would like to follow this up by watching 11 things on this. Like, I'm usually like, for instance, O.J. Simpson case. I have partaken. I have listened to podcasts about it. I have watched the docuseries. I have watched the drama series. But I certainly have not watched 11 things based off of this case. So, like, you really have to, yeah. Speaking of screws being loose, there might be a couple of screws loose if you're like, I can watch 11 documentaries about the Menendez brothers after watching this show.
Yeah, I need to meet that. I don't need to meet that guy.
I don't think I want to meet that person, to be honest.
If I do meet that guy, I'm going to tell him about my homeboy, L. Ron Hubbard.
Yes.
Today, I want everyone to know. Oh God, I'm not trying to shade someone, but I want to be known. Speaking of sports things, and like movies, documentaries, whatever. I actually know that today I heard someone say that their favorite sports movie is Draft Day, and I was like, that's a choice. Of all the sports movies, Draft Day is
I'm not
what we're
say
going with.
Draft Day is my favorite, but can I turn on Draft Day at any given time and enjoy just the lunacy of it? Absolutely.
Draft. Also, we all know how I feel about drafts, and I think it's like the least interesting thing about sports. So that is like not the movie for me, because it takes the thing that I'm the least interested in a sport, and it's like we're making a movie out of it. I like a nice underdog story. Yeah, so then when we're going through like what our favorite like sports movies are in each sport, like what's your favorite golf movie, your favorite baseball movie, your favorite football movie. It's kind of hard to just say your favorite sports movie when like it's just, different vibes.
I think I have like my outright favorite, because I don't think anything else is in the same conversation with it. But like if you're breaking it down sports by sport, that's an interesting. I can definitively say and it's Major League. I mean, that's
you do enjoy Major League. Major League is a good one. My favorite overall sports like drama show. Well, I guess it is a show, but my favorite, like overall, so I was like, my favorite sports thing is not a movie. My favorite thing about sports of all time is obviously the show Friday Night Lights, which is one of the greatest television shows ever made, in my humble opinion. But I honestly don't really like love the movie, which is kind of strange. But I think the show is absolutely brilliant. So that would be my overall favorite drama, like fictional sports thing.
The other day, just catching clips of old TV shows, that kind of thing. I watched the clip of when the one coach from another team tackled Riggins.
Yeah.
Jumped off the sidelines. It's like, without any other context, it's kind of hilarious.
Are we getting random spam things tonight?
Ooh.
What it?
Yeah, that's not a good one.
I
We're
don't
gonna go
like
ahead
that.
and
Yeah.
check that
Okay, thank
out.
you. Bye.
But going back to the documentaries, like I was excited to watch the Mr. McMahon documentary and was just like so let down by it because almost the entire thing is not really about. I thought we were going to get the more
The
about
tea.
him. Yeah. And it's just the history of wrestling, not even just WWE. It's the history of wrestling. There is nothing unknown basically
No scandal.
in the first I think it's 5 or 6 episodes. I don't remember because it's kind of a blur. Until the very, very, very end, everything is very well publicized that was in there, and it was a disappointment to me when it's like, hey, there's finally going to be something about this man that he's not producing, and we got this.
Bit of a letdown. I did tell people recently about the whole Monte Teo thing. That documentary is amazing.
That's a good one.
That entire thing when it happened in real time was crazy. And then watching the documentary and like finding out all of that, I just like, because obviously not everyone in the world follows college football. I don't know why. And so
Yeah, but that superseded.
Yeah, and
that
so
was
like a friend
college
of mine
football
had
even.
no idea about any of this, and I was like, I really am gonna need you to go on Netflix and watch this documentary or docuseries, I guess technically. And I was like,
3 parts?
it was 3 parts,
Yeah.
yeah. And I was like, it will blow your mind. Like it is so crazy.
I was so upset that he was going to get drafted by the Jets when everything happened. I'm like, oh, somebody who's already in a media fiasco. Yeah, he's going to be a Jet.
I don't know how
The Chargers, which was a good place for him
That's
because
right.
it's not a big media scrutiny place.
Yeah. And then
He played for the Saints, I
played
think.
for the Saints.
Yeah.
And
His career
then
fizzled out.
was that it?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to know the best line though? Speaking of the Aaron Hernandez show, the funniest line. Mike and I watching it the other night. We're talking about the fact that like this was before obviously we got to like the NFL portion of the show. We're still in like the college days, which very inaccurate for many reasons, but whatever. We won't get into it. We don't have the time. But we were talking about, and so he's like, oh, it's just so crazy that the Patriots drafted him and Gronk in the same like draft class. How crazy, whatever. And then Mike had like a small brain fart, and he goes,
I mixed them up.
He goes, well, no, not that part. All of a sudden, he's just like, yeah, he played for the Patriots, and then where did he go next? And I just went, jail.
Yeah, that's right.
That was maybe one of the unintentionally funniest things I've ever said.
Because they were trying to trade him, and then all of a sudden
And I
everything
was
came out.
like, nope, that was the only team he played for. And then it was jail, and then it was no longer on this earthly plane.
Yeah,
that's what-
where did he go next? It depends on like there's a few different philosophies.
Yeah, so true. That's more of a how did we get this thing back?
No, we're just gonna go ahead and
I'm gonna
hand them again.
Oh, what's happening? This is very weird.
Yeah. By the way, when you
night.
go to their channel, they haven't produced any videos. The Psychopath we just blocked twice. They don't have any videos, but they do have a playlist, and there's 2 videos in that playlist. I think we found the Menendez brother 11 documentary guy.
We summoned them.
Footage from 9/11, and the other is the opening chase scene of Fury Road.
Okay, so yes, we did find
Yeah.
the 11 Menendez brothers.
That's a playlist.
I'm concerned. I have a lot of questions. That is a playlist. That's truly something right there. Wow.
So it's been a couple weeks since we've talked anything like pop culture or anything because we took a week off. Last week we talked about Halloween Horror Nights, the experience, and we just haven't like gotten a chance to touch on like anything whatsoever, when in terms of like the latest movie news and things of that nature. One of the things that Bethany and I, we have been talking about for months, how we've been watching The Challenge, and tonight's episode was so ridiculously sponsored by Gladiator 2.
In the last few years, they have loved these movie times. Remember, like that Top Gun Maverick thing they did from a few seasons back? They did another one that was equally as bad.
It was the Illuminations movie. I forget which one.
So yeah, these tie-ins. Yeah, tonight they were really hardcore on the Gladiator 2 tie-in. And like the winners of the elimination, they're gonna get to the premiere, and I get it. Synergy, blah blah blah. But like when I'm there to watch the challenge, I'm like a Brad and Chad watching a football game that's like, I want football, no, this Taylor Swift bullshit. I'm like, listen, I'm here for the fucking challenge. It's the battle of the airs, and I don't want all of your Gladiator 2 plugins, okay?
Okay, but if they got Taylor Swift on an episode of the challenge,
then I'm into it. Then I'm very much into it.
You
Yeah,
just need to test that
100%.
hypothesis.
Yeah, to be clear, really anything besides just silly movie plugins, and I would be fine.
By the way,
those other crossovers.
William, are you still here? If you're still here, just comment something because I have something to show you. If you are,
that's the thing. Also, while we're waiting to see if William is still hanging around, shoot, I have a thought. Okay, yeah. Yeah, gladiators. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Nice.
It's the Torgo jersey.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
yeah.
beautiful.
He's wearing a Torgo jersey.
The Torgo jersey that I got blackout drunk at the bar and purchased that cost me like $125 like 15 years ago.
Worth it.
So
I want everyone to know I'm very sad. I'm supposedly getting a bonus at work soon, and I had full intents and purposes of spending that bonus on finally getting my same brown jersey, and then my car needed 2 tires. So adulting sucks is what I'm getting down to here.
Yeah, that's rough.
I just put down a lot of money on a car, so
He did, everyone, Mazel Tov. He got a new car today. It's a big day. Not only are the Mets advancing in the playoffs, but he did get a new car. It's very fancy.
yeah, it's very weird because my old car, which I really haven't talked about this at all. AJ knows this. Got totaled because it got hit in a parking lot by a truck that was going no more than 3 miles per hour, and it dented the bumper. And I brought it to the body shop, and it was declared a total loss.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? It's been an interesting few weeks. September was a real
Clusterfuck.
It was real wild.
So I finally got a settlement check, and I just was looking into getting, what they give you for the value of your vehicle. You are not finding a used vehicle for that amount. So I just bit the bullet and put a down payment on a new one. So yeah.
And she's party. We're looking for a name. Let's crowdsource.
Well, AJ has actually suggested.
Oh, okay. Hit me with it. I get the final say.
I've just been saying Chaos Reigns.
Chaos Reigns is what you would like.
Because it's a
the
Taos.
car? Oh, Taos. Is that how you pronounce it?
It's pronounced Taos.
Taos.
Taos? Well, no,
Taos.
no, it's not.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Should we think of something German? Can we do something from The Sound of Music?
How German are we getting?
They're technically in Austria, but it's like, it's a Germanish film, Louisa?
Liesel?
Lethal? What can we name for Lethal? All right, Liesel's in the running. I think we need to narrow it down to like 3 or 4 things, and then I'm gonna sleep on it. We're gonna really
I want to call it Unbex.
Bex, Beer, Pretzel. My name in German is Batani. If you'd like to name it after your lovely wife. Just kidding.
The Van Trapp family van.
Get in yourself.
There's that's weird. I don't like that. I take that back. What else is there? Anyone? Any comments on name suggestions for Mike's new car? It's a cool like gray metallic.
Yep.
Color. Oh. Yes, I'm really leaning towards some of the music right now for this car. Clearly. I don't know. I also would not know. I thought that out of my head.
Well, my favorite song of the year is actually from a German band.
What is that?
It's from a German band, and it's a collaboration between a German band and an Asian band. The name of the song is Ratatata by Electric Callboy and Baby Metal.
We're not naming your car Ratatata.
Oh, come on, Ratatata.
No. Get in Ratatata.
Get in the Ratatata.
I don't know. What are some like great German any German pop
Perfect
culture
music.
things besides
Too
like
close to
Glorious
Rattata.
Bastards and
Like,
Sound of Music? Why is it always Nazi related? Can I
Yeah,
tell you?
that's what I was
Can I
like.
tell
we
you
have
a
to-
funny story that the officiant of our wedding, actually a dear family friend, told me this weekend? I haven't told Mike this yet either, so this is breaking news for everyone.
Some rules it does.
So here's the story. Okay, so her son, who is 5 now, I think 4 or 5, yeah. He just turned 5, I think, in September. Is that correct? Yeah. He, like this guy over here, I said, oh, he'd get along with Mike. Likes the villains in anything. You show him Star Wars, he likes Darth Vader. You show him The Lion King, he likes Scar. Okay. So, anyways, they go to Hollywood Studios and, they're doing different things. And for anyone who's not familiar, Hollywood Studios, one of their long-running things is the Indiana Jones stunt show. Okay, great, absolute fantastic stunt show. Recommend doing it. Indiana Jones, classic film. Obviously, we all love it. We all know it, except for maybe Jeff with a G, because he'd never even seen Jaws. As we learned from I can't think of what it's called right now. Letterboxd. There we go. Anyhow, so this is very strange. We're getting all these random things tonight. But anyways, where are you thumbs upping? What's that?
That's hello. Hello's good.
Hello, we like hellos.
Yeah.
Hellos are fine. But anyhow, so they sit down in the show, and before the show starts, her son asks what's like the bad guy in it, because he wants to know, like who the antagonist is, because that's always his favorite characters. And so he'll always say, like, I like whatever. And so Jenna goes, well, it's my family friend, the officiant at our wedding, goes, well, it's the Nazis. And so he goes, I like the Nazis. And she's like, no. They were real things. They were really, really bad people. And we don't say that. We were never, she's like, I could just imagine him like going into school and being like, you know what I like? And so she's like, so I nipped that in the bud real quick. And yeah, so she obviously stopped that. And thankfully he did not repeat it after that time. But yes, his first response was,
oh boy!
And she was like, "Oh God, I should not have to go through the can of worms."
We're gonna clip that out, Bethany.
That was bad.
That exists on the internet forever.
Never take that out of context. Oh God.
Juice. We're gonna do that for the year-end video.
But oh God, no, please don't. But yes, I was like, oh golly, but also cracking up when I heard that story. And I was like, oh yes, when your villain-loving kid asks you what the villain is in Indiana Jones, it can lead to complications.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I need a haircut.
Yeah, you kind of do. This stream is just an interesting stream of consciousness.
It's a stream of consciousness, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can make it until Juice gets here, but he always says he'll be on at a certain time. And
then you got to give him at least 20 minutes usually. Like he said 9:30 Central, so I'm thinking he might get in here with like 3 minutes left.
Yeah, for sure. He'll get in just in time for us to roll that beautiful theme footage. How does Ratatatata go?
I think I played it for you.
Have you?
It's got the very electro pop, like the synth pop, kind of like EDM kind of sound to it.
Now, Liz, you're new around these parts, but if you have any names for a car, we're all ears.
Any names for a Volkswagen?
Yeah,
like the backseat of a Volkswagen.
Please tell me you've thought of this before the situation you're in right now.
Yes.
Okay.
There's two things that came into my mind when I started associating with Volkswagen. One was Happy Gilmore. So where he gets hit by the Beetle and he's like, Volkswagen! And the other is Small Wax. So yes, both two classic, we get it, you're a boy who grew up in the 90s movies.
Yo,
Also,
I went back and watched Happy Gilmore again recently, and it was funnier than I remembered.
Happy Gilmore actually, like, of all of Sandler's movies, probably aged the best.
Except for the first 10 minutes or so. But that was like stuff that I completely forgot was in the movie. with his first girlfriend at the
Yes,
beginning of the movie
first
and all
love
that stuff.
interest. Yeah.
Completely forgot about it. And was
This
like,
is honestly
oh,
very
this is
funny.
hilarious.
Have you all seen? I'm sure you've seen the SNL sketch, the like Washington Has a Dream, and now recently Washington Has a Dream Part 2. I thought of Jeff because they make fun of the name Jeff and how he spells it.
My name is Jeff.
And I was like, fantastic. Okay, one more thing before I wrap up for the evening, because I should have out a little early tonight. So I think we may have mentioned that Mike has gone ahead and bought Metallica tickets.
Yeah. We're going to
we are
Charlotte.
Going to
If anyone-
Charlotte.
If anyone's going, we'll be there.
My first Metallica show. I'm very excited. But what I have decided to do, because my heart, obviously, I'm a Swiftie. I'm a pop girly by nature. I'm doing Metallica Swiftie style. So I'm picking an era. I'm making friendship bracelets. I will be painting my nails for the era of albums. I'm doing the whole shebang. And yes, I am going to go up to the biggest, toughest metalhead that I see. I'm going to be like, friendship bracelet. And just hand him a bracelet because I just think it'll be funny. I'm very pleased with this. Unfortunately, a lot of their... Juice is actually here. A lot of their album colors are kind of similar. So I'm not really sure how the nails are going to go. But I have looked into some options.
Black?
And I'm a figure.
Well, yeah, album number 5 is pretty obvious what you're doing.
Which is perfect because in Taylor world, also the 5, your thumb is always reputation nail and is black. So that one is easy to do. I'm already well handled for that. Ride Delaney, we've got a little bit of blue. I'm going to try to do like a little lightning bolt on it.
You can put the cross on Master Puppets.
Yeah, so there's options.
You can put Lady Justice on it.
I don't think I'm that talented. Maybe if I can find some like
We're
nails
not going to
stickers.
try to recreate Load or Reload.
So is Lady Justice like Big Justice's mom, or?
Yes,
Basically, yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
I'm not
So
sure. Color choice is easier. I'm gonna have to. I'd like to go as Kill 'Em All because that's my favorite era. But do you have any Kill 'Em All shirts?
Yeah.
Oh well, great. Sorted. I'm sorted. I'm gonna be really cool.
It's an extra large. I mean, it'll be massive. On
We're
you.
gonna find. We can make it like a cute little dress moment.
You can buy a Kill 'Em All shirt easy.
I know, but I want it to be authentic and like vintage and stuff. And you have like a bunch of like vintage
Guys.
Metallica shirts.
I do.
guys, check it out.
I could probably buy one, but we'll have to see.
It's a chair.
Ooh.
It's Jared Goff.
Back King.
Jared Goff. Jared Goff. Jared Goff.
Let's see. Lady Justice. Yeah, I don't know how to do Lady Justice on my nail. But we'll figure it out. The new album is like yellow, so I can do a yellow nail. There's options. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
But the extra large Kill 'Em All shirt, I'm not sure. We could rubber band it, we could tie it, we could tuck it in. We're gonna figure it out. I say I'm psyched to pick my outfit and make my bracelet, and hopefully they play Whiplash. That's all I ask. Thank you. Thank you. I wanted to say hi to Comeback Juice before I went to bed, but he's just a chair right now.
I do hope they play Whiplash. I'm a huge Miles Teller fan, so
Yeah.
This big on Miles.
AJ did see them play Whiplash.
yeah, I did.
I'm very jealous. And Mike kept telling me they weren't going to play it, and I was like, they're going to play it, and then they did night 1, and I was like, booyah.
Night 2, when it was the first song.
Oh, whatever. Night 2, but it was first song. Whatever, I was close. Whiplash.
So when I saw them in Daytona, they played it night 1, song 1. But yeah, with when I was with AJ and the Danuzios, it was night 2, song 1.
If anyone has any, is there like a girl name in a Metallica song that we can name your car?
Trying to think, like, they don't really sing those types of, there's Mama Said, but that's...
We're not naming your car Mama. That's weird.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, Juice is here. We can pull Juice on what he thinks we should name the car. I'm the comeback Juice.
missing a thing.
Yes.
Y'all, if you still have never watched a full Corey Feldman show, when we are done, just fix that. They are on there. Oh,
The joke's on you. Oh wait, my cup's not in the camera. I spilt it everywhere.
yeah. Oh, that's
Camera's
two
not in the
now.
right place.
God, y'all are struggling. Oh, we're back to just the chair.
Missing a thing.
Juice. I like the shirt. It's a good shirt. A+ shirt. Juice, I have a question for you before I have to go to bed. First of all, hi. Nice to see you. I'm
Also,
dipping out
Liz.
early tonight.
Nice to see you, Liz.
Yeah, nice to see you, Liz.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
But here's my question. Mike got a new car. Okay, it's a Volkswagen, so Das German. What are your thoughts on a name for it?
I said Liesel.
Which I like. I'm kind of into Liesel. Making something sound of music, maybe. Yeah.
Heidi.
I like Heidi.
German.
I like Heidi too because I named my first car after a Sarah Dessen character, and that's also kind of Sarah Dessen characters.
My first memory of the German language is my grandfather going up to like a random worker at a restaurant or a buffet and just being like, "Spoon haben Sie?" And they were like just in shock. I don't even think he's German. He just learned the language.
Dated a local.
Dated a local.
Um,
Oh, that's wild. I like
you
it.
should name it. Darn flies. Something with schnitzel.
The schnitz.
The schnitzel.
Little schnitzel. We'll have to all know this
More
one.
deal.
New York schnitzel. The York schnitzel.
If anyone has any great
The
names.
Mets.
Doro.
Doro.
The
is
Mets
he
win the
a
World Series.
singer? Can we name it Hasselhoff?
Doro Pesh. She was the singer of what was the name of that band? But she's been in her own band for a long time. But Warlock. She was in Warlock years back in the 80s. And yeah, she's pretty badass actually.
Can we name it?
Doro. Paul Doro. I know a Paul Doro.
Doro Pesh.
We would call Paul Doro Paul Guggenheim.
Guggenheim.
You should name it the Guggenheim.
The Guggenheim. That's kind of good.
Or the I'll name my car the Juicenheim.
Ah, the juice.
I like that.
that.
That's perfect. I'm trying to. I don't know. Is there anything? Should we name it Coconut Pete? Penelope?
Coco Penelope. Oh, we're calling it Penelope. Penelope. No, the jury's decision is final. We are calling the car Penelope.
I brought this upon myself, and I was like, well,
It's a Volkswagen. You can name it Shannon.
Ah, yes. Ben
Wait.
Affleck.
I don't get it.
Ben Affleck's carrying Mallrats, the guy who works a casual
Oh,
mail.
no, we're not doing that. AJ, don't enable him. All right, Jen. So I'm gonna let y'all mull that over. I'm gonna sleep on it. I'm gonna do
All right.
that until next time. Always a
Nice,
pleasure.
yeah.
She's the comeback queen.
I know what
So
I
long.
mean.
Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen.
Oh, he doesn't. So long, farewell.
Oh, all right.
Come back. kid.
Okay. But what if you name it Trish the Dish and we just don't tell her?
Oh,
I can
so much for that.
I was hoping that she was just within earshot. I was hoping we were gonna get caught on that one.
That's exactly what happened. So,
Nice.
oh boy,
I'm come back.
Yo,
comeback king.
Come back.
I have
kid.
to come back to my puppy.
Also, I've noticed our view count is more than we've had
Oh, wow.
recently. I do think this probably has to do with the short that I uploaded of Juice's Cartwheel, which does have quite a few views. So
Do
anybody who's
numbers.
watching this for the first time, hello, welcome.
All right.
Good to see you. And
Fans.
yeah,
Yeah.
You're very mindful, very demure.
Guys, we are 1 subscriber away from 200. Can we get 200 subscribers tonight?
Uh-oh.
No, we have it. We got it.
We got it? We got it?
Yeah.
Oh, we just got our 200th subscriber. It's been 4 years grinding this out. Let's go, guys.
We are approaching, like, I think from the time that we actually recorded our pilot is like probably just over 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm. That's wild.
I see Brian R in the chat. What's up, man?
Nice.
Yeah. So we still have not decided on our when we're gonna do the 4th anniversary stream. We have a tentative date in mind, but we'll get there. That's gonna be a massive stream. We're gonna bring lots and lots of guests out like we always do. We're off the red carpet. We're gonna go for a very
Well, Mike, you lost volume
audio
there, buddy.
Very professional show here.
So yeah, anniversary stream. You have people that we've met through Schmo circles or other like live stream things where we just kind of have like a rolling Rolodex of guests for hours on end. We have some drinks. We have some usually some money going to a good cause that night. So
yeah. And we've been talking, Juice. I know you just got here. We were taking like this. We're gonna bring back. We haven't done Streamlabs in a while, but we're gonna bring it back for that night. And we're gonna give everything to hurricane relief. First off,
for sure.
Yes, yes, and yes. I seriously, right now, this is like my number one most wanted to go see show. So if Corey Feldman ever comes anywhere near Savannah, Georgia, like within like a 5-hour drive, especially a headline show, I will be there.
Yeah, dude, Brian, it was the 3 of us hanging out on vacation in a hotel room in Orlando, and we watched at least half an hour of a show together. It was glorious. We did that with our time. We're all from different parts of the country, so we big Feldman guys around here.
Big Feldman.
Yeah.
So the question with Feldman is this: it's like, and it's a genuine question. It's like, is what he's doing like him making genuine music, or is he pulling an Andy Kaufman on us? And there's no way to know that answer right now. And it's so difficult to tell, the fact that he was on tour with Limp Bizkit was just like Fred Durst just embracing, their reputation and saying, I'm going to bring fucking Corey Feldman on tour with me. That actually worked bizarrely well. I know most of the crowd was probably very confused by it, but like knowing, what their reputation was and what his reputation is, and yeah, it's just fun. I kind of think the same thing. The guitar solo, the Feldman guitar solo is the best thing I think I've ever seen in my life. And it's not just the solo, it's our thumbnail, obviously. The face that he is making when he's doing the guitar solo is just the greatest thing of all time.
Yeah, there's an earnestness there. When the joke's on you set up, and you're actually like, oh, he's having a meltdown. It's
fantastic.
It seemed earnest. Oh, you're gonna have to wait for that one for next time. I don't think it's full Kaufman. I don't think it's full Ernest either. I think it's kind of in the middle. I think he's really he is trying to be a good musician, but he also understands the tongue-in-cheekness of it, I'd assume. But I don't care. Like I watch his videos and I'm just like, what's gonna happen next? And that's what I wanted to see, basically. So to answer this question, I haven't watched a lot of other footage from the tour other than Feldman. I'm the one who introduced everybody to the Feldman footage and everything. I heard Riff Raff was something else.
I'm looking up a picture of him right now. Yeah, he looks like something else.
Yeah. So apparently he was kind of like the quote unquote host of the tour, and they like played his music, and sometimes he kind of sang it in the crowd, and it was very weird.
Yeah, there's an earnestness there. Like, and when the joke's on you set up, and you're actually like, oh, he's having a meltdown. This is.
Yeah. I will give the tour organizers, which I'm assuming was probably primarily Fred Durst, they just threw together the most like bizarro lineup of people. That's like, all right, what the fuck is this? And I think it was actually an interesting thing to see as a social experiment, if nothing else.
Yeah, I'm uploading. Yeah, that's that's nuts.
Yeah. But like he was like the quote unquote host, like the MC of it.
It's so funny.
Yeah, that guy's. I think we saw him at the theme park like 5 times.
Yeah. Not even inside of the horror house. It's just
Horror.
horror. Although,
I mean, how has that not been a house at like a Halloween event? The horror horse.
the sea horror's a horror house.
See horse, see hell. That's what I always say. Not my turn, not my problem. Hey,
Oh
look
my
at this
gosh.
guy, Mr. Balloon Hands. We all went there, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
Got my celebratory bottle of champagne for the Mets win tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're going on. It's the first time since 2015 when they lost in the World Series. So it's been.
Yeah,
But,
I really want a Mets Tigers World Series. I think
that's what was actually discussed earlier. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We were discussing it, because you got somebody's getting something they haven't had in a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel bad. Right, 2006 could have easily been Tigers Mets, and Cardinals beat both of them, which I'm happy about, but I feel bad because both of those had fantastic teams that year, and both I saw a picture of that Mets lineup in 2006. Jose Reyes, Carlos Beltran.
I actually still have the shirt, and I was wearing it the other day.
Yeah,
I was wearing it with the lineup on the back, and I was wearing it the other. And I just looked at it, and I just got so nostalgic. But the thing was, so Juice, you know this. You know what night the Game 7 was of that Mets Cardinals series, right? It was the day between our birthdays.
Oh, it was. Oh,
and
wow.
it was like
I realized that.
11:45 Eastern when Molina hit the home run.
Oh yeah.
So literally, like right before it turned to my birthday,
Oh,
the Mets got eliminated from the World Series, from the playoffs.
See, my birthday is November 2nd, so the day of the Cubs World Series.
With the delay.
Yeah, I was I was performing. I was performing slam poetry at a bar, and they had the game on the wall on the projector on the other side there, and it was crazy. Like there was a guy, it was an open mic, biggest variety open mic in Nebraska is the Down Under on Wednesday nights. There was a guy who was there who was an interpretive dancer, and he started dancing. The Cubs were rallying, and we did not let him stop dancing until the game was over.
That's fantastic.
He's sweating his balls off. We made him rally for like an hour and a half.
it's fantastic. Yeah, the OJ. Oh, that's not it.
Yep.
Yeah, the OJ. I think I've had this since. I think I got it before we started the show.
You definitely had it from
Yeah.
day one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's been there for a while.
Fantastic. That's funny. I've been playing a lot of Fortnite because they have a bunch of Marvel stuff right now, so you can be like Iron Man. You can be like Iron Man and War Machine in their costumes, using like Iron Man and War Machine flying around the map. It's pretty sick.
I think it's great though with the Endgame how they were still playing Fortnite and people were like Fortnite's gonna fall off by the time 5 years goes by, so it's just kind of a weird dated thing. It's like nope,
Yeah,
it was still relevant in 2023.
Oh, yeah.
Surprisingly, something didn't age poorly in a Marvel movie.
Yeah, they actually listen when fans have suggestions, from what I can tell at least. So But
I don't know if either of you have seen. Apparently, the test screenings of the next Captain America movie have not gone well.
Oh, hate to see it.
And I saw the trailer for that one. I was like, this is actually the most excited I've been for a Marvel movie in a minute. And I hope it's like, I know they did a lot of reshoots and stuff. I hope they were able to fix things, but yeah.
Yeah. That and Thunderbolts. Like, Thunderbolts is awesome because Sentry's my guy in the comics. Like, I thought it was just a cool story and how they're bringing that in. Plus, like, Harrison Ford.
The Harrison Ford aspect of it does have me, but he's also in the cap. He's going to be in both of them, obviously. If he puts himself into it, which I think he will. Like, I don't think he's going to half-ass it. So,
yeah. Well, and apparently he was going to grow the mustache, which is why I'm so mad about it that they said no, you don't have to do it. We're not going to have you. Man, I want Harrison Ford in a mustache. It's been 30 years. And his face looks so weird with one.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I love that when he was at Comic-Con and people are asking him stuff about the comic lore. He's like, you think I know that shit?
Yeah. The fact he's just got fully retired from Star Wars. And then
the guy who
back in.
The guy who fully
begged out of Indiana Jones, and now he's back in.
The guy who fully begged to get killed in the second Star Wars.
Oh yes, the CGI mustache would have been fantastic. Oh, the other thing I was going to say too. I don't know if you've seen. There's footage of, I think it's from Mexico, where there's this wolf who's running, who in the night, and all of a sudden pans over and there's a human there, and they're like, the night bitch viral marketing is out of control.
Nice. I hope that's the thing though. I hope that's what that is. We just start seeing random footage of people turning into dogs back and forth, like the clowns. You guys remember the clowns?
Yeah.
Same thing, just viral dog transformations. Let's go.
We're about to see people at the World Series looking like this.
The worst part is when I saw it was Jack Nicholson's son in Smile 2, I was like, maybe I'm gonna watch that movie, but it's 2.5 hours.
Why is a Smile movie 2.5 hours?
84 minutes, man. Remember back when movies could be 84 minutes?
Bethany and I were actually just discussing. The last thing we saw was Beetlejuice. We just haven't gone to the movies in a while. We missed Transformers. We missed Wild Robot. Maybe we'll catch up. Saturday night opens wide this week. I actually do want to go see that.
Mm-hmm.
That one's right around that. It's 96 or something like that. It's not crazy long.
Nice. Yeah, I was gonna see Megalopolis, but it's only showings were last showing in the theater of the night, 10 o'clock showings, and I'm not gonna sit through that 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah, we've been off since football season started. We just have not gone to the movies whatsoever. So it's been kind of rough on that regard, but I do still want to see if I can get out and see Transformers and Wild Robot. Definitely want to see Saturday night. I was excited for Joker preliminarily, but not so much anymore.
I called it from a mile away, dude. I was just I went through and I searched my old tweets on it. I was calling this Gremlins 2.
Yeah.
When
I was a kid, was one of my favorite movies. I loved Gremlins 2 as a kid. I watched that so many times when I was younger.
Oh, but when you grow up, you realize, and especially the whole story with he only made a sequel because the studio told him to, because the first movie made too much money. It's he's gonna Gremlins 2. This thing's gonna be ass. Like he's gonna try and make it bad on purpose.
And the thing with Gremlins 2, though, like if you watch it like fully knowing everything about it, you're gonna have a good time with that movie.
Oh, yeah.
If you come in unsuspecting, yeah, you're gonna hate it.
Yeah, there's a right and a wrong mind frame, and which I'm curious to see if like I go into that kind of mindset with Joker 2 when I eventually catch on streaming.
It'll be on Max before the end of the year, I think. With
Oh yeah,
banking, yeah.
I'm gonna say Thanksgiving weekend.
That's probably a fair guess.
Like I've already had the movie spoiled for me. I don't know if you guys have, but it's just
I know what the ending is. So yeah.
It's just like they did a really I couldn't believe the specific Reddit meme that they went with. Let's just keep it spoiler free there, but there is a Reddit meme in there. Oh,
Weird.
Yeah. Like I'm not even certain I even want to watch it at this point. Knowing what I know, I'm like, and the thing is, I like Lady Gaga as an actress a lot, actually. Like, even the movie she's in, like, even the House of Gucci, which was such a weird watch. I liked her in it.
Yeah.
she was insane in that movie, but it was impressive.
Yeah. And obviously, Star is Born, she was phenomenal. You know, when she's putting herself into it, like I think she actually has acting chops, and it wouldn't shock me if a couple of years down the road, she does wind up getting some more nominations and stuff like that, if not a win. But then I keep hearing about the movies like, oh yeah, they have her and they wasted her. I'm like, why would you do something like this with this premise, and you have one of the most phenomenal performers on the planet and not use them to their potential?
Mm-hmm. Well, apparently signed on before she read the script.
That adds up.
Yeah. So, but hey, Mike, just want to get another good look at you.
I saw what.
Aw.
We are.
I saw Wallace Shawn die. Wallace Shawn is dead.
It's 2 minutes for roping. I like that. You're a jabroni.